Samsung's Galaxy S26 set to disappoint with same charging speeds. Don't hold your breath on quicker charging on the S26 devices. It's appearing more and more likely that Samsung will update and rename its Galaxy S lineup with the upcoming release. And while most of the S26's specs are already out there, courtesy to recent leaks and rumors, the current discussion concerning its charging speeds could let fans down. Leaker Ice Universe on X believes the S26 Pro and S26 Edge will remain with the same 25-watt wired charging as prior generations. It's a significant move, keeping Samsung's charging speeds identical for numerous generations, even as their batteries keep becoming bigger. Earlier sources suggest the S26 Pro will feature a 4,300 mAh battery, up from the Galaxy S25's 4,000 mAh. The S26 Edge is rumored to climb to 4,200 mAh from 3,900 mAh on the S25 Edge. Bigger batteries should imply more time between charges, but with the same modest 25-watt rates, you'll be waiting longer to top them up. At this point, 25-watt wired charging feels lacking for a flagship, and with Samsung pushing the Pro name. The outlook for a faster charging S26 Ultra isn't looking bright either. The rated speed in Chinese regulatory files that cast doubt on past upgrade rumors. The Chinese model is still capped at 45 watt, knocking off hopes for a 60-watt bump. And if that's the version Samsung ships globally, we won't see any improvement. If this report is genuine, Samsung will be entering its third flagship generation with the same wired charging speeds. This puts Samsung at a glaring disadvantage, with many of today's fan-favorite Android phones already providing hardware that can fully charge a phone in under half an hour. Some users would like the focus on endurance, but others could see it as a squandered chance. Next, the new S26 Ultra cover leak provides information on phone's design. A new leak about Samsung's impending S26 Ultra shows the phone in a case, giving us another glimpse at the device's appearance. A few days ago, a leak about Samsung's new S26 Ultra unveiled the phone's design. Well, today we have a photo showcasing one of the cases for the phone, and it provides us a closer look at the device. On X, Ice Universe has released an image displaying the Galaxy S26 Ultra in a case. The tipster didn't say if this case came from Samsung or a third-party brand. You can check out the photo as shown. The case includes a raised section surrounding the cameras, hinting that the S26 Ultra has a camera island, much like previous reports about it had indicated. The photo also suggests that it will have a display with low bezels and a top center-placed punch hole for the selfie camera, 4 cameras, a laser focusing module, and a flash at the back, a plain back panel, and power and volume keys on the right. As for the case, it is a hybrid one. The pieces covering the sides and the camera island are colored in black, primarily made out of rubber, while the portion covering the back panel is translucent, which will allow people to show off the phone's actual color. The case also contains places to connect a lanyard and strong borders around the display to protect it from damage during drops. Samsung cell phones are recognized for their stunning screens, but the South Korean firm doesn't always outfit its S-series phones with the finest it has to offer. Many of the company's newest technologies debut on rival goods before showing up on its own devices. That might not be the case for the incoming S26 Ultra though. Leaker Ice Universe reported that the S26 Ultra would have a 6.89-inch screen, nearly the same size as the S25 Ultra. While this may disappoint some who were looking for a larger screen, there is still a cause to be enthusiastic. No change there then, but the same source says that the screen will bring some surprises with it and incorporate some of Samsung's core display technologies. So there might be additional screen advancements, even if the size stays the same. It's tough to forecast what the surprises may be. If they were predictable, they wouldn't be very unexpected. But we've already heard that the S26 Ultra might have an AI-powered privacy function that makes it harder for other people to see your display. We haven't heard much else about the display of the S26 Ultra, but there's been talk that it'll have a curvier design overall, with some of the more angular edges and corners smoothed off for the 2026 edition. Some leaked renders have also appeared online, depicting the base model, which is believed to be dubbed the Pro. The signs are that the Pro and Ultra will be joined by an Edge, with the Plus model left out next time around. If Samsung adheres to its regular timetable, we'll see these three premium phones arriving at some point in January. Before that, we're anticipating Samsung's first tri-fold foldable phone to appear before the end of the month. Samsung's Galaxy S series has long been praised for its great camera capabilities, but the S26 Ultra may not bring the new breakthroughs that photography enthusiasts have come to expect. Leaks reveal that the camera system will receive just minor modifications compared to the S25 Ultra, with no significant upgrades in hardware or software capabilities. While detailed details remain limited, the absence of new upgrades could be a letdown for customers who rely on their smartphones for professional-grade photography or cinematography. For those seeking for innovative features like better zoom capabilities, improved low-light performance, or advanced computational photography, the S26 Ultra's incremental enhancements may not justify an investment. As a Samsung devotee, you undoubtedly anticipate each new flagship to push the frontiers of innovation. However, the S26 Ultra's anticipated lack of considerable enhancements could cause a rift between user expectations and reality. With limited changes in important areas like charging, battery, and camera performance, the gadget risks being regarded as a minor upgrade rather than a significant leap ahead. This conservative attitude could be particularly disappointing for dedicated consumers who rely to Samsung to set new industry standards. In a market where innovation is vital to preserving a competitive edge, the S26 Ultra's reliance on consistency over change may test the patience of its fan base. Competitors promising more aggressive developments in technology and design could further accentuate this widening gap between expectations and fulfillment. The Samsung S26 Ultra looks to stress stability and durability over innovation, giving incremental improvements rather than amazing changes. While it is sure to give the consistent performance you've come to expect from Samsung, its lack of significant upgrades in charging rates, battery capacity, and camera technology may leave you thinking whether it's worth the change. As the smartphone market grows increasingly competitive, Samsung's strategy with the S26 Ultra could threaten its capacity to sustain consumer loyalty. Whether this product will fulfill your expectations or fall short depends on your priorities as a consumer. If you value consistency and proven performance, the S26 Ultra may still be an excellent pick. However, if you're expecting novel features and bold innovation, you may find yourself shopping elsewhere in the market. The Exynos 2600 will be used in the S26 Ultra. Mass production starts this month. Samsung will commence mass production of the Exynos 2600 this month, report industry insiders. This is the first chipset on its 2nm gate all-around and will be used in the next S26 series, including the flagship Galaxy S26 Ultra, according to Daishin Securities. Using the Exynos 2500 on the Z Flip 7 helped Samsung save costs in its mobile division, while also propping up its system large-scale integration division. That's the section that develops the Exynos CPUs. The idea is to achieve the same at a greater scale with the Exynos 2600 and the S26 series. Earlier this year, the chairman of Samsung System Large-Scale Integration claimed that the business is carefully preparing the new chipset and that it anticipates good results. The 2600 will feature the new heat pass block element, which will assist evacuate more heat from the silicon. The Exynos 2600 has been discovered on Geekbench a couple of times, with the more recent scores looking rather impressive. The Xclipse 960 GPU has also been benchmarked, and it might trump Qualcomm's GPU in the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. A lot more than simply the fate of the S26 series relies on the performance of the Exynos 2600. If it chose to be a robust processor, it will encourage external clients to order from Samsung foundries, especially now that TSMC is rising pricing. Industry sources predict that orders from the likes of Nintendo, Tesla, and Valens will further enhance Samsung's foundry division. In the case of Nintendo, the Switch 2 chip is built by NVIDIA and fabbed on an old 8nm Samsung node. Earlier this year, Tesla and Samsung announced a $16.5 billion contract for next-gen AI chips. Daishin Securities expects that Samsung's Device Solutions division, which includes the system large-scale integration, foundry and memory chip divisions, would report a 5 trillion South Korean won operational profit. That's $3.6 billion for Q3. The memory chip side is doing the heavy lifting here with a projected 6.3 trillion South Korean won in operating profit, while the foundry company is expected to register a 1.3 trillion South Korean won loss. That's half as much as it lost in Q2, but there's still a long way to go towards profitability. So stay tuned for further updates on the S26 Ultra, and feel free to share your expectations for this exciting new device in the comments below. Then I will see you in my next video. Peace out.